Hi, my name is Manny Talavera, and I want to welcome you all back to Disc 4 of the Millionaire Coaching Formula. We got a lot to cover on this disc. I'm going to show you some different types of coaching models. We're going to give you some ideas there. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to structure a coaching program. We're going to go through everything that you would need here in order to structure your program and actually put it together. Now this is the thing. A couple of things I want to go through before we get started here. Generally, I like to make my DVDs and CDs anywhere from 40 to 45 minutes long, and there are a couple of reasons for that. First of all, the average commute is anywhere from 40 to 45 minutes, so people listening to these CDs can actually listen to one on the way to work and generally on the way back. The other thing is I'm giving a lot of content, and what I don't like to do is generally create a disc that's anywhere from 60 to 70 minutes. I can tell you though, that we're going to be giving you a lot of content here. Now a lot of you will probably want to actually go through this disc and actually start building your coaching program. This is the thing. I don't really want you to do that now. What I want to do is I want to lay out the foundation here for you. I want to show you what these look like, and I want to show you how to design one. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go through some marketing for a couple of discs, and then when we come back, we're going to actually show you some different formulas. We're going to show you a lot more about this. You could certainly start laying your foundation out now, but what I want you to do before you completely build that end product, I really want you to actually take a look at the whole process, because there's a lot more I want to cover with you. Now we got a lot to cover on this disc, so let's get started. So in this particular disc, like I explained to you all, we're going to actually lay out the foundation for building a coaching program. Before I do that, what I want to do is I just want to give you an overview of some different types of coaching models. Now this is the thing. There are many different types of coaching models out there. And I'm going to give you a number here, and I can tell you we're going to cover these in a lot more detail when we actually start showing you these different formulas. But what I want you to be thinking about when you're thinking about laying out that coaching model is how are you going to do yours. And we're going to talk about masterminds, we're going to talk about inner circles, we're going to talk about better your best programs, we're going to talk about the coaching gym model, we're going to talk about contests, we're going to talk about a lot of that here. So the first thing I want to explain to you is what a better your best model is. And a better your best model is very simple. It's going to be a coaching group where you're going to challenge people to do better than they have ever done before. And it's generally going to be, in some cases, a contest model. And what you might do is you might offer a prize for the person who actually has the most improvement from the beginning of the program to the end of the program. Traditionally, your better, your best programs are going to be one-year-long programs. They're going to start out at the beginning of the year. They're going to give you a lot of information about where they're at in their business, where they're at in their struggle, the problems they're having. And then what you're going to do is you're going to measure what they are actually doing throughout the course of the year. At the very end of the year, what they are going to then do is they're going to submit why they feel they should win the contest. They're going to show you their progress. They're going to show you how they went from point A to point B. And then what you're going to ultimately do in some cases here is you're going to pick a winner, and that winner could win a cash prize. In some cases, people give away cars for a better your best program. I know Joe Polish has given away a couple of different vehicles. A lot of people give away trips for a better your best program. Now, like I said, it's just one type of coaching model, and what it amounts to is it's a way for you to actually challenge people to do better than they've ever done before. And like I said, traditionally, your better, your best model is going to be followed up with a contest. Now I'm going to give you some benefits of this. This is extremely important. If you have, say, 200 people in your coaching program, and 20% of the people participate in this better your best contest and try to win the vehicle or the trip or whatever it is that you're giving them, what you're essentially doing is you're getting marketing material from these people that you're going to then be able to use to sell the next year's coaching program. Because essentially what you're getting here is you're getting 20 different people who are giving you a testimonial that say they were at point A when they came into the program, and they were at point B when they left. So like I said, the very, very best thing, in my opinion, about your better, your best models of coaching is that essentially you're getting testimonials, you're getting an opportunity to use that information to market your programs to other people. But what we're going to do is we're going to move on to the next section here. The next type of programs we're going to talk about would be inner circle programs. An inner circle program is going to be a situation where you're essentially elite, you're above the people in the group. There's a little bit of celebrity involved in this, and I'll give you some examples of this. Glazer Kennedy Inner Circle. Yannick Silver has something very, very similar. It's the Adventurers Group. But a lot of these people who are high-end, what they're selling is they're selling an inner circle group. And what a lot of times people are paying for to be in that group, they're paying for a little bit of additional access to you. And what it amounts to, again, the inner circle group is going to have a little bit of celebrity in it. You're going to be a little bit above everyone else in the group. You're probably going to actually do some training in these meetings rather than just a traditional mastermind. You might have a situation where you're doing 50% training and then 50% discussion or something like that. But like I said, your inner circle group is just going to be a situation where there's a little celebrity involved, where they're actually come to you for a little bit of additional access. But we're going to move on to the next one here. The next one I want to talk about here is mastermind groups. And mastermind groups work like this. It's very simple. You put a group of people into a room, and then what you all do is you all have a discussion. Mastermind groups are excellent, and we're going to talk about these at length later on here. But what you need to understand is when you're doing a mastermind group, you're traditionally putting anywhere from 12 to 25 people in a room or on a call. You could certainly have bigger mastermind groups than this. And the interesting thing about all of this is when we get into these coaching models and laying these different things out, you can certainly have, you know, a large coaching program with, say, 200 people in it, and then you can have that divided up into 8 different mastermind groups. But like I said, a mastermind group, it's essentially a situation where you're all going to be in a room and you're going to have a discussion type forum. You're all going to discuss different people in that room and how you could actually better their businesses. The next thing I want to talk about for a few minutes is the coaching gym model. And the coaching gym is very, very important. I think that everyone should take a look at using a coaching gym in your coaching programs. There are a couple of different ways to facilitate this, but I'm going to explain how it works. You know, traditionally people want to give away time. So you want to give away 30-minute segments or 45-minute segments or hour segments, and then you want to give those away by the week or every 2 weeks or once a month. I think the coaching gym model is a much better format for doing that. And there are 2 different ways you can do this. You can essentially block off 2 to 3 hours a couple of times a week for people to call in if they have problems. It's like going to the gym. The gym membership is very, very simple. A lot of people pay for a gym membership and then they rarely show up for it. They only show up when they feel the need to work out or stretch their muscles. Your coaching gym is going to be no different. You're going to have available time for these people to come in when they need some coaching and they have something they want coached on. Now what you can also do is have coaching gym phone calls. And what I mean by that is what you'll see here later on is you're going to have a model where you're going to do a Tuesday breakout session where you're giving them content, and then you're going to have a Thursday call where it's a coaching gym call where people call in and they actually get help on problems they're having from the Tuesday, you know, to answer questions and things like that. The coaching gym, like I said, is an excellent model, and we're going to go into it in a lot more detail. But what we're going to do is we're going to move on to the next model here. Now the last one I'm going to discuss here is the CEO focus model. And the CEO focus model is very, very simple. It's going to be a situation where you're going to put anywhere from 12 to 24 to 50 people, however many you want in a room, but it's going to be all CEOs or all presidents of companies or all business owners. And what you're going to then generally do is for a period of time you're going to focus on each one of their businesses, and you're going to actually help them to grow their businesses. And later on we're going to show you a really, really good model for CEO focus groups. It's actually ran right here in Indiana, and I can tell you the guy's created an excellent business doing CEO focus groups. It's going to be one of the great models we're going to go over. But what we're going to do here is we're going to change gears, and what we're going to do is we're going to start showing you how to structure this thing.